Hey guys, we are already live and I'm happy to see Clint and Luke at least are here in the chat. So great to have some guys around, and whoever can join later is most welcome. And of course anyone who can just review the stream later is also just fine. It's actually not as big a deal as the draft lottery, but I thought that it would be fun to have another short live stream about the regular season schedule, since this year we changed it a bit, and I think we changed it for the better. And I'm going to switch to my screen over now. Not. Are we over? Yes, we are. Okay, so basically I have put here a couple of highlights from the NHL schedule and our regular season schedule for our league. And what you see on the left side are some key dates from the NHL regular season schedule. And this on the graph below, you can see how the NHL schedule looks in terms of games per week, and this is more or less calendar week. Of course, it skips over the Olympic break or the couple of weeks where there are no games at all in February. And basically we see that there is some significant fluctuations that we try to mitigate or to balance out in our schedule. Plus as you see here, the NHL schedule goes 27 weeks, and we only need, or what we have developed or adopted as a standard, is the 24 scoring periods, which we need 20 for the regular season, and then we need 4 scoring periods for the playoffs. So what you see on the right graph is how our schedule on the UDL in the UDL would look this season. Some of you may have already seen it on the league rules page. I think in the league rules it shows the schedule. It also has some predetermined matchups that you should not look at, because we will draw now the matchups and I will put them in over the next couple of days. So what you have probably seen in terms of head-to-head schedule is not what we're actually going to get. Speaking about our league, you see here our key dates, and you know that we are going to have 3 double headers during the regular season, 3 double header weeks. And what I've actually one of the reasons I wanted to do this stream is that I thought that we can have a pretty rigid structure from now on, and that we can only draw basically the teams in a different order, but still keep the same structure in general season after season, because I think the 3 weeks with double headers are pretty standard around key parts of the season. So the first double header will be in opening week, the third double header will be in the regular season finale, so the final week of the regular season, and the third double header will always be, or most likely always be, around the trade deadline. So basically around the time when team have to decide if they are going for it or going to be sellers and so on. So I think this is something that we would be able to keep. Of course, the NHL regular season will have some specifics each season, but we should be able to work around it. And this is another just small quirk of the schedule, that the Monday after the Christmas break, because you see here on the left graph, this here the low point here in on the NHL schedule is the week before Christmas, and to balance this out, we'll just flip one day, the Monday, the December 27th, to the previous scoring period, and we have a bit of unorthodox scoring period that will end on a Monday instead of a Sunday. So this is one quirk, and the other one is that week 16, so basically the second doubleheader scoring period in our league, runs, it's hardly a week, and that's why it's in brackets, because it's actually close to a full month, and it encompasses the periods before and after the Olympic break, so that's why it's so long. But it's actually here, this is the dip here in the NHL schedule that we combine into one scoring period that is number 16, so basically this number. So what we have is a pretty steady number of games, around 50-ish each of the UDL scoring periods, with of course the first and the last being double header, not double header, but the double length, so 2 weeks for the final of the playoffs, and season kickoff is usually a little bit longer as well. So that's about it. And here on the right, I've just noted what the standard features that we actually don't change much compared to previous seasons. So we have 20 scoring periods. Of course, we are going to have 3 double headers, which takes us up to the 23 total regular season matchups, of which 8 are divisional games, 2 versus each team, and 15 against the other divisions, 1 versus each team from from the 3 other divisions. And the divisional games are focused in the beginning and the end of the regular season. With the rival division, I've dubbed this the rival division. The rival division, we will have each season one rival division that will have the games mixed in between the divisional games. So basically, this is the division against which we will have most of the doubleheader weeks matchups or mixed matchups. And in the middle portion of the regular season, we have the interdivisional games against the other 2 divisions, which make up 10 weeks, which are pretty standard weeks now. So it's no double headers there, and each week should be also same as the calendar week. So that's it about the schedule. Now about the go to the draw. So like I said, I've set the schedule is actually set, and what we are gonna do is draw the teams in lots. First we will draw the divisions. So basically Division 1 and Division 2 will be so-called rival divisions, and Division 3 and Division 4 will also be rivaling between themselves. So we will now draw which division slots in where, and then we will draw the teams in each division in these slots. And according to these slots, the schedule that is listed below will fill itself out, and we have here the whole 20 scoring periods. On the right we have the double headers, so basically weeks 1, 16 and 20, or scoring periods 1, 16 and 20 will have double header matchups. And after we draw this, tomorrow or Friday latest, we will put them into the system, and then will be viewable by all. And also this spreadsheet, I will also post the link to it. It's also accessible to all, so we can each of you can take a look if if interested. So without wasting more time, we'll go to the draw. So I've set up here, this is the draw for the division, so which division will slot in which lot. So I will reveal them. So the Norris and the Alums, Norris gets the first, then the Alums, Smite and Patrick. So basically Norris and Alums will be so-called rivals, and the Smite and the Patrick will also be. But of course this has less meaning this season because actually the schedule is pretty balanced with playing against each other team once, each team from the other divisions, I mean. So Norris, Alum, Smite, Patrick. So we go over here and Norris, Alums, Smite, and Patrick. So we'll go to each division now. The Norris is here, and we'll draw the lots in which the Norris teams will be. So in position Norris 1 will be Wolfsburg, then San Diego, Linköping, Sparta, and Las Vegas. Wolfsburg, San Diego, Linköping. Let's see if I remember. Then Wolfsburg, San Diego. And you see below, when I put them in, they come up. Sparta. So basically we can use this each season. Of course we need to adjust it according to the NHL schedule, but it should not require too much work. So these are the Alums teams, and they will slot in order: Hamilton, Upper Canada, Odessa, Kansas City, and Orlando. So Hamilton, Upper Canada, Odessa, Hamilton, Upper Canada, Odessa, Kansas City, and Orlando. And you see the matchups already starting to come up here, and not only the first week, but if you scroll below, the Norris and the Adams teams are slotted in each. So basically you see here that during the first week Wolfsburg will play San Diego, and also Wolfsburg will play Hamilton. So they start with a matchup, a divisional matchup, and rival division matchup. So basically, because the divisions each division has 5 teams, it's not possible to always have, for example, each team play inter-division and inter-division, because the number of teams in each division is an odd number and it's not an even number, so it's not always possible to have them exactly the same. But I think I've tried to make it as balanced, or as same for each team as possible. So now we are left to draw the Smite and the Patrick. So these are the Smite teams. They will be in order: Sheffield, Atlanta, Hanover, Chilliwack, and Dubai. Okay, let's flip them over here. And Sheffield, Atlanta, Hanover, Chilliwack, and Dubai. And the last, we will draw the Patrick. These teams are all in alphabetical. I've put them, and then I've drawn Quebec goes first, Montreal, Hearst, Kamloops, and Brooklyn. So we'll put them in. Montreal, Hearst, Kamloops, and Brooklyn. So with that, we've put in all 20 teams, and the regular season schedule is complete. So you see, for example, if you take a look at the Montreal, the current champions, they will start their season with matchups against divisional rival Quebec, and the Atlanta Flames will be their rival division matchups. And then we go down here, and you see that my team plays the Mighty Camels in week 2. So Clint and meet up. And then in week 5 is the last week of the first round of divisional matchups, and then week 6 to 15 are cross divisional. So basically, for example, the Smite will play in the Adams and the Norris on a rotational basis between weeks 6 and 15. And then from 16 we get another doubleheader and so on. So that's about it. I hope this makes sense. And also, like I said, you can access I will post the link to this Google spreadsheet, but the whole matchups will be put in the system over the next couple of days, so you will be able to review them directly in the Fantrax head-to-head schedule. So again, thank you for joining, and for anyone who decides to take a look at the draw at later point. And looking forward to wrapping up the off season and finally starting our season. So on Sunday we have a cut down day, and I hope each of you manages to meet all the cap and roster requirements. So good luck with that, and also good luck to all in the season.